Well, hello my beautiful Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your monthly reading for October. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, October is going to be a pretty wild ride in terms of planetary alignments and occurrences. We have not one but 2 eclipses that will affect the order of energy this month. A solar eclipse, often referred to as the Ring of Fire, occurs on the 14th of October, and it will be visible for most to see in the Western Hemisphere. For some, it will appear as a partial eclipse, but for others, you'll get the full display. Now, eclipses are noted for affecting our mood and our behaviors. You may feel more sensitive than usual or feel like something is a little bit off. It's actually a perfect time to withdraw, recharge, and reflect on your life path and make major decisions to shake life up a little bit. Even spiders are known to dismantle their webs during a solar eclipse and rebuild it once it passes. So the energy tends to affect us all to some degree. Now, eclipses, they act as portals to explore other avenues in life. So if you're not feeling happy in some area, it's a perfect time to make some changes. You know, these eclipses, they only become difficult to deal with when we resist the changes that we know deep down are necessary for us to move forward. On the 28th of October, we actually have a partial lunar eclipse, which offers a life-changing energy to usher in those new changes that you have been trying to implement. And you'll see yourself evolve and transform your life in ways that are really, really positive. Eclipses actually have a bad rap for being negative, and they can influence abrupt changes, reversals, and U-turns that can make the energy of every day difficult. But actually, on a positive note, it reminds us that we must remain flexible and be ready for one constant factor of life, which is change. Now, we do have Pluto, the heavyweight planet of truth. It goes direct this month. I'm just going to pop this over there so that I've got a little bit of space for your cards. Now, as Pluto goes direct this month, on the 10th of October in particular, you'll witness many exposés, either on a personal level or on a global scale. Revelations of alternative agendas can bring uncomfortable truths, but Pluto tends to bring our attention to any of the dark undercurrent so that it can elevate us towards awakening closer to the light. Now, I can see that you've got a flipper there. It's just popped out. 6 of Pentacles. The universe is definitely bestowing some benevolence upon you this month. Now, it's really interesting because I wrote down a number for you because they were showing me a number in the water. I do a little bit of scrying in the water just before I start your reading. It's like a 10-minute meditation, and they gave me the number 6, okay? And it's interesting because your starting position is actually number 6. So there's your starting position, and I'm just going to reach over here because I just did write it down to remind me, just in case. We've got there number 6, okay? I hope you can see that, number 6. And they gave me this energy of finding balance between the material and spiritual worlds for you this month. Also, the importance of your soul tribe, you know, your home life, and finding new ways to bring positive energy into your life. Also, I get a sense that you're going to have to make a major decision this month as well, a choice. And I feel like there's this energy of allowing yourself to be seen, my beautiful Leo. So whether that's you looking for love, whether it's you looking for an opportunity, or whether it's you trying to find reciprocity in your world, it's important to make sure that you are seen this month as well. If there's anything like that you're invited to and you feel like not going to it, Of course, intuitively, if you feel it's not right for you, then don't go to it. But if deep down there's a whisper in your soul to get out there, it's really important to connect to that this month, because I feel like there's going to be a new opportunity or new person that you're meant to meet in this circumstance. Okay. So I'm just going to go and get the rest of your cards, as I said there. Now, I was just mentioning that, of course, Pluto brings attention to any undercurrent that brings us closer to the light. Now, personally, anything that's been holding you back or hindering your path is actually automatically left behind as you emerge a brand new you with renewed energy and vitality. It's actually a final push to detoxify and declutter your life. And this all takes place in the sign of Capricorn, which actually influences money, rules, regulations, and policies. So you may see major changes and power struggles in these sectors in the world over the coming months. Of course, it's a perfect time to check in with and secure your finances. Download monthly statements as proof of your coins. Should there be any gremlins in the system, it's also a perfect time to have confidence in your natural talents. You may find yourself launching new ideas or thinking about entrepreneurialships or side hustles. And if you are an entrepreneur already, you may think about branching out and adding some extra strings to your bow. It's all in order to become financially independent. So you may feel called to do that this month. Now, in terms of love, the new moon in Libra is a very positive influence. If you're in a relationship, pressures that have been present start to dissipate, and there's a reset in your love life to get back on track. And remember why you fell in love with each other in the first place. If you're actually looking for love, this is a perfect time for you to put yourself out there. We have Pluto actually helping you in this area, as it's in the third house of communication. So once you put yourself in a position to meet someone new, then the magic begins. Overall, it is actually a month of change, and it does close with the veil between worlds being the thinnest on Halloween or Samhain, however you celebrate. It's a time to rejoice in the cycle of life, and in most cases it brings people together community-wise. Spiritually, you'll feel called to align yourself to make deeper connections to your higher self. Now, I just need 3 more cards, and then we shall begin your reading, because I'm doing a Celtic cross for you for this month. Now, in particular, your 3rd house and your 10th house are influencing you, my beautiful Leo. Your 3rd house, of course, is in communication, finding your voice, speaking loud and proud, expressing yourself and your ideas. Also, this is the house that connects highly to the law of attraction. It will work really well for you now as you visualize and communicate to the universe what you desire to manifest. You'll start to think about the steps you need to take to make your dreams become a reality. Also, some of you may find yourself compelled to take some travel or make a quick trip there. You may also think about studying something. You may put yourself in a course of learning or upskill in some way. And you may also have more interactions with neighbors or community, as well as siblings if you have some. Your 10th house is of ambition, and that'll give you the motivation, the drive, and the energy to get projects finished and your tasks done. In business, it is a perfect time to make your mark, to establish your reputation as a very successful being with great ideas destined for the top. But on a general level, it's more about you being organized and focused to hit your targets and have the energy, the drive, and the passion to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Okay, I'm loving your chart because you're entering in some sort of good news or celebration, which is wonderful there. But let's get straight to the beginning. Your first card is the full moon. Okay, now this is your overarching energy influence for the month. So it says here, blessings, blossoming, celebration. Look at that. You mean you've got the 4 of Wands there, which confirms your first card. The 4 of Wands is to celebrate. It's to be going out having fun with like-minded people. Some of you may even feel a little bit more sociable than usual, especially at the end of the month. I mean, as I said, we do have Halloween or Samhain at the end of the month, of course, so you may want to go to some sort of party or an event there. But it's really about releasing what no longer serves you, recharging your energy, doing the inner work, letting go of the past, and manifestation. So that really connects to your 3rd house as well. And of course, we do have that full moon at the end of the month. So this is when you're going to hear those wonderful good news or opportunity, or even a potential to meet someone new if you're looking for love, because we have the Lovers card present as well. Your first card of your overarching energy, though, is the Empress card, okay? So this is really about looking at your life and how you value yourself. The Empress card is all about making sure you get a fair exchange. You've been working really hard towards something, and I feel the effort is going to pay off for you, because the Empress card, it indicates abundance headed your way. Some of you have got plans in motion that are going to be very fruitful, but also the Empress card is about nourishing yourself. So this month, I feel like you're putting yourself to the forefront of your thoughts, and I definitely get a sense that you're reconnecting to part of yourself that you feel like you've neglected. You may even rediscover things that you used to enjoy and get back to doing those things. And I also feel like it's going to be a very creative and productive time for you. You're going to be in the flow of birthing new ideas and standing out from the crowd, especially if you're in a career sector. You're very talented and very gifted, and you definitely are head and shoulders above the rest, is what I see there. For those of you who are not connecting to a career at this moment in time, I feel like you are, connecting to your inner resolve and building your strength and your confidence within yourself, but also that you're brimming with potential and possibility to manifest whatever it is that you desire. Also, if you're a parent or guardian, male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. I feel like there's going to be lots of wonderful memories being built this month. You may even take trips with your children, and I really get a sense that there is a lot of love to be had this month. I'm seeing in the water an image of a house with a heart on it, so I really get this sense that home is where the heart is. So even if you're going to be a little bit more sociable than usual, I still see you yearning to be in the home space or creating your home as a place of sanctuary. Some of you may even set up second streams of income there, or think about some of you may even be thinking about moving, because we have the World card there as well. So you may be finding a property that you want to move into, because they're showing me that home and the heart. It's an image that's coming up there. It may be an image you may see over the coming months, like on a billboard or in a magazine, or even like on someone as a tattoo. Look out for it. It just looks like a very simplified house with a roof and a heart right in the center. There's no windows or anything in this image. They're just showing me a heart. So I feel, there's going to be a lot of love surrounding you, and you may even hear messages of appreciation from those closest to you in the month of October as well. Now, we do have the Devil card. It's in your resistance position. If you're going to get a Devil card in any part of your chart, you want it in the resistance position. It's like you got it in the reverse. So some of you are releasing a negative experience or a negative situation or even a negative person. The Devil card can indicate that something that has been toxic has been playing a cycle of repeat in your life, and I feel like now you're liberating yourself from that, especially since you've got the Empress there. So I feel like you're choosing healthier options in your life, whether that's healthier people, circumstances, food substances, or just ways of living. It may even be that you're leaving a toxic environment at work. I definitely get a sense here that you're putting your health to the forefront. You're trying to manage any stress levels this month, and I feel like you're returning in your energy. So I feel, there's a lot of vitality about you. I feel that you are recharging your batteries, and I mean, this is the month where Pluto exposes things. So I definitely get a sense, especially since you've got the High Priestess there, I feel something that you had a hunch on, whether it's someone kept something from you or whether you had a feeling that something was off about something. I feel at the end of the month, you're going to be proven right. Okay, so whatever that is, it's going to be different for everybody. I get a sense that the hidden comes to light for you. Even if you see the curtains there, it's like the big reveal. But intuitively, you knew this already. Now, it doesn't have to be that someone's keeping something negative from you, especially since we got the Empress there. It can mean that you had a hunch that a friend was pregnant, and you're like, they haven't told me yet, but I'm keeping my eye on that. And then suddenly your friend says, hey, I got news, I'm pregnant. And then you're like, I knew it. So it can be a wonderful surprise. Okay, so just watch out for that. That's coming through there as well. But when you really look at this card, it's the Devil card, right? And the Devil card is not an evil card. It is there on our path, on everybody's path. It's the major arcana, and we all experience every part of the major arcana. We all get to the Devil card, which is basically to face our fears and recognize that they have no control over us in the long term. Okay, if you see this figure here, there's the moon. Moon energy tends to represent uncertainty or fears coming to the surface. As you can see there, the curtain is revealed. So it's almost like the theater of life, something that perhaps has been worrying you or making you feel anxiety. And we've got those hands there. The hands are creating a shadow that looks really ominous. But actually, when you identify what's causing that fear, you notice it's, an innocuous pair of hands. So I feel there that some of you are locating a fear, or you're facing something head on this month, and I feel like you're overcoming it, releasing it, and it no longer has power over you. Some of you may even be looking at the past, especially since it's covered there by the Fool card energy. Some of you may be processing deep emotions from childhood or from the past, things that perhaps have shaped you, they have influenced you, but they no longer have control over you. So I definitely feel like you're releasing that control there as well. Now, your final energy, we have the High Priestess. So towards the end of the month, you're going to be more spiritually minded, thinking about meditation or clearing your mindset, really to connect to your inner awareness and to connect to your higher self. But also, the High Priestess represents that in-between worlds energy. So if some of you have been feeling a little bit lost, or you're trying to recalibrate your life in some way and get back on track, this is a perfect time to do it. I actually see you being very goal-oriented, and you're being guided towards success. Some of you may even be thinking about relocating or, emigrating or doing some traveling, but ultimately I feel like you are blossoming. It says here on this card, blossoming, and as you can see there, the High Priestess, she's literally blossoming with her own knowledge. So trust your intuition, it will never lead you astray. Also, this card indicates that I really get a sense here that some of you may be working in secret on a goal. Now, this could be about a move that you're doing. It could be a project that you're trying to launch. It could be a soft launch of something. It could even be that you are trying to emigrate, or you have a goal in mind that you're just keeping to yourself at this moment. It will be successful. And I feel the nature of a success is because you're keeping it to yourself. Now, that doesn't mean that there's anybody who is trying to knock you down or doesn't support you in your endeavors, but I just get this sense that sometimes when people hear about your goals and your dreams, some of them may apply their own energy to what you're trying to accomplish, and they may feel it's not achievable because they feel they couldn't do it. Doesn't mean you can't do it. So just watch out for that. I've just got that coming through there briefly. Don't let anyone derail you, but I definitely see you're keeping something to yourself that will be revealed when the moment is right. We do have the World card here, so a lot of success, a lot of abundance there. I feel like all the projects that you start are going to be coming to a close. You're going to finish them. You're going to feel very proud of yourself. The World card also indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time to get the right opportunities. And with that Four of Wands, I feel like you're going to look back on October like, I did this, and you're going to be very proud of all the effort that you've put in. And also with the World card, I'm really getting a strong sense of you entering into a new phase of life where you're putting your own needs first. You're establishing healthy boundaries, and they're giving me the word no in the water, okay? I'm just seeing the word no. So I feel like some of you are really establishing that word no as one of your boundaries. Like, no, I can't help you in this moment because right now I'm focusing on my own projects, but come back a little bit later and I'll try and help you out. It's not that you're not being charitable or generous with your time. I feel there's something perhaps that you need to focus on this month, or you're starting to notice. So you're always giving away your energy. And whilst that is a very generous thing to do, you need to make sure that you've got some time and energy left for yourself, that you're not running on empty, okay? So I feel like you are finding alternative ways to use the word no. You can diplomatically say to someone, I would love to help you, but right now, I've got this thing on and I really got to focus on it. But when I finish that, I will absolutely be there and I'll help you with whatever you need. So I feel you're finding a way to establish a boundary in a very diplomatic way in a situation that perhaps has been a little bit difficult for some time. Now, getting to your Celtic cross, although your overarching energy is very successful, there's a lot of balance here. I feel like all elements are in play for you this month, where you have that wands energy, you've got the that go-getting spirit, you are focused, you have that vitality, that dedication, that drive, and that commitment to making progress, but also you've got earth, so you've got a plan. You are sticking to that plan, you're making an effort, and you're making your dreams become a reality. Also, you've got air in play for you, because that world card tells me you've got all elements there in play. The air energy connects to, your ideas, seeing the bigger picture, and being really focused and organized to get things done. And of course, then you've got water, which means you are in the flow of energy, and you are believing in a dream, you're believing in yourself, and you're feeling emotionally fulfilled as well. So with the Six of Pentacles here, it really stands to reason that you are in balance this month, and that's why they gave me that number 6 for you. Now, ultimately, the Six of Pentacles, this is your starting position. You're going to notice an unexpected resource from the universe. So there's a lovely gift coming in for you, and some of you may even receive something for free, or you may win something this month. Now, I'm not saying go out there and play the lottery, okay? But I do feel there's something that is being bestowed upon you this month that is very generous. It's almost like a boomerang coming right back around, some good karma for you, because you've been giving a lot of your time, your energy, and your generous spirit, and now it's your turn to receive, okay? Now, the Six of Pentacles also can indicate that sometimes you've been pushed and pulled in many different directions in the last couple of weeks, and it is about creating balance and to protect your energy, because you tend to bend over backwards to help other people. So just watch out, about the exchange, the reciprocity of a situation. The Six of Pentacles, I also feel that there is a friend who may reach out to you this month for an ear to listen. You really like this person, whoever this person is, so I feel like you give them some really good advice, and I feel this person is someone who's also got your back, so there's a nice exchange there, a nice friendship coming in as well. Now, also, I'm just getting an energy here that you are an earth angel, okay? So I feel like you are being given some wonderful good karma coming in to meet your own needs, because you always tend to extend your kindness, and there may even be a moment where you don't even think about it. It's like second nature. You help someone out immediately. I feel like this person's on like your everyday walk to wherever you go, whether it's to the store, whether it's to work, whether it's to a community group. I feel like I can't really place it. They're just giving me this energy that you're going to help someone out, okay? And this person later on in the future, so whether you know this person or not, this person's going to cross your path again in the future, and they're going to bestow a kindness on you. So the story that's springing to my mind, or the energy that's sort of springing to my mind, is I read recently in an article in a magazine that this person, they had been lining up for a coffee in a store, and the person in front of them had forgotten their wallet in the office and said, "Oh shoot, I've forgotten that, so I'm just going to go back up." And the person behind said, "Actually, you know what, I'll get it." And they were like, no, it's okay, I got the money, but it's just, I just got to run back to the office, so it'll take me about 5 to 7 minutes. And the person said, "You know what, it doesn't matter, I'll get it, no problem." And they were like, "Oh, that's so kind of you." And then the person, paid for the person's coffee, and that person went on their way. And the person who paid for the coffee was actually going for an interview. And when they got into the meeting for the interview, the person that they had paid for their coffee was the person interviewing them. And they didn't know it was going to be them. It wasn't the CEO of the company. It wasn't, someone who was listed on the website. It was someone who was interviewing them for a position. And they were like, OMG. It was almost like that kindness came right back around. So the person immediately knew that this was a good person to hire because they were a good soul. So what I'm saying is it swings and roundabouts. So I'm just picking up that energy. So just watch out for that. That's coming through as well. Now, what's crossing you this month? We've got the Page of Swords. Some of you may be a little bit cerebral this month about having to make a decision. Some of you may be feeling a little bit of a shift in your world where you want to make some changes. And you're trying to come up with new ideas. You're trying to open yourself up to bring more spontaneity and excitement into your world. And I feel like your mind is alive with lots of ideas and it's all bubbling up. But just make sure that you don't overburden yourself. What I'm getting here, the Page of Swords is someone who has a genius mind, someone who has lots of ideas all the time, shooting in like hundreds of ideas on the go. And sometimes you don't allow your brain to take a proper rest. So if, for example, you are deciding, I'm going to take a 10-minute break. Make sure you're not on your phone, scrolling through your phone, or, thinking about the next thing that you should be doing, or, oh, you should call that person. Or it's really important to take a real pause where you allow your mind to get some proper rest. I do feel there's a potential for a little bit of burnout this month, so just watch out for that. Now, some of you may be trying to make some sort of calculated move or some sort of launch in your everyday circumstances, whether it's a new idea for a business or you're soft launching something that perhaps you've already got emotion there. The Page of Swords indicates you're making a calculated move before you do something. Also, I'm getting a very strong energy of some news coming in that will help you explore a new way of either living or doing something that's going to be beneficial for you. Now, also, I have to give you this energy. Make sure you are on top of like any legal or tax issues, because there may be a deadline looming that's coming out there as well. Also, you may have to deal with someone who is very immature. I don't like to give this message, but you may deal with someone who is a little bit immature, and they may say something that is a little bit wounding. Okay, so I feel like the way you're going to deal with this is, it's very interesting. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. The way they're giving me this is, you're looking at this person like, wow, I'm glad I don't live in that person's head. It's almost like you look at this person, not with pity, but it's like, you know what? To be you is a curse in itself. And I feel like you're just gonna like take a step back and just sort of ignore this person's remark. Okay, I'm not telling you how to address this remark. Of course, if someone is way out of line, you're gonna take them to task. No Leo is ever gonna walk away from something where they feel a person has been rude to them. It's just not going to happen. So I just get a sense here that you're going to address this situation in a very mature energy, because later down the line, this person, whoever this person is, they're going to realize the mistake they made in being rude to a Leo. I'm just picking up this energy, okay? So I'm just going to leave that there because I feel like it's very, very precise. Now, also, there is a very important document coming in towards you. Now, this could be, how can I put that energy that's coming through? I would check your mail, your hard copy mail, because you don't want to miss anything. I mean, it could even come in an email, so check your spam folders. There's a very important message that is coming your way. You do not want to miss it. So it could be like a rebate. It could be a check for something. It could be a very important message about something to do with your property, or it just feels like it's legal or it's an official document, something that you really want to pay close attention to. So, just be mindful of your mail this month, because you don't want to miss something, because it could have some sort of, how can I put that? Fine if you don't get it done. So, for example, it could even be that, if you actually get a fine for speeding or parking in the wrong place or driving in the wrong lane, whatever it is, okay, and you get a fine in and then you leave it, it could like become double, or there could be like an extension of money that's put on top of it. I don't know who needs to hear that. Nobody needs to hear that. I hate that energy that comes through, but I have to give it to you because it's coming through. So just, forewarned is forearmed. Now I'm going to move on from that, because deep down, you're calling in a wish. Let's get to the good stuff. The Nine of Cups indicates you're going to be so proud of yourself, okay? Also, I get a sense here that you are wishing for something, and with the Four of Wands, you're going to get it and you're going to celebrate. The Nine of Cups really is you looking at your life and trying to build a life of pleasure, of serenity, good fortune, and well-being. And I feel like you're trying to restructure your world to make sure that you get the best of life, or you start to lead the good life, let's put it that way. Also, the Nine of Cups, it's kind of more than that. It's about achieving your heart's desire, but it's also about all the hard work and pride that you put into achieving whatever it is you set out to do. You're the sort of person who does a job well done. So whether you're in a career or not, even if you're helping out a friend, you make sure you're there to the max. And I feel you're going to be appreciated for that in the coming weeks and months. You may feel sometimes that you are unappreciated or you're not noticed, but actually I definitely see that people see you, and I feel like they just don't tell you about it, but you will hear from somebody who really actually appreciates all that you offer, okay? Now, I get a sense here that October is going to be a very positive month for you, and not every sign is getting that. I mean, you've got the Three of Cups here as well, which is celebration, going out there, having fun, and the Four of Wands, the same thing. We do have a Four of Cups, so some of you may be feeling a little bit bored or unstretched in your circumstances, and the universe is trying to deliver something to you, not just a sign, because I see that you're going to get a major sign in the month of October. I think it's this image of a house with a heart on it, because it's just popped up again. Okay, it seems like a very simple like roof with a, it's almost like a triangle with a square at the bottom and a heart. It's almost like something that, a child would draw, but I feel like it's a symbol. It's like happy home. It starts at home. I just get this energy that you're going to have a more easier, happier time at home, and it's going to extend in other areas of your life as well. But I feel that could be a symbol or a sign for some prosperity that comes your way as well. And again, some of you may find a property or real estate opportunity that you want to invest in, and you fall in love with it. Okay, now what are you leaving behind? Ten of Swords. My guides went times 5, so I was like, what? And then I realized it's 10 of Swords. Okay, 10 of Swords is the end of something. Now, this could be a difficult ending, because the Ten of Swords, it can indicate that you're having an epiphany of how to respond differently to a very challenging situation. As I said, even with a person who's going to be saying something a little bit off key to you in the month of October, you deal with it in a very different way, to the point where you even make them stand there like, what? Hang on a minute, they didn't react. Because I feel like this person wants you to react, and I feel like you're not reacting in the same way. So this Ten of Swords, I feel like you are changing your approach to something, but also I feel like you're welcoming in new beginnings in the month of October. Not just that you're welcoming in the month, because I do feel like some of you are like, oof, thank goodness September is over. Bring on October. So I definitely get a sense here, though, that you could be leaving a position, or for some of you, it could be that you're leaving a friendship that you've evolved from, or even a relationship. I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you're going through anything difficult or you're grieving anything. I see that you are on the path to healing, but what I see for your month ahead in October is really positive. So I definitely see that the only way is up. I get a sense here that some of you may be recovering from some sort of procedure as well, and I feel like you're moving on from anything that perhaps has been trying to derail you from your path, or dull your shine. Now, we do have, you're going from the Ten of Swords right to the Fool card, which is a new beginning, new start, or taking a chance on something. This is your potential. Now, as I said, you're a very talented, gifted person. So some of you may be launching something. The Fool card can be to launch or to take a risk on setting something up from the very beginning. But I definitely see that the universe has got your back. This is also a card of being optimistic, knowing that you have no idea what the universe is set to bring, but you are sure that the universe has your back, and you are manifesting positivity. So it can be that level of, having that leap of faith. Also with the Fool card, I feel like you're trying to bring a little bit more fun and spontaneity into your world, because you may have felt things got very, very serious. A Ten of Swords is a pretty serious energy, and I feel that some of you are trying to release that level of seriousness. Of course, you're going to focus on your goals and your dreams, and you're going to be serious about those things. But I feel like some of you have had a weight on your shoulders, and you're trying to open yourself up to something new. I definitely see here with the Fool card as well that some of you may be a little bit nostalgic about childhood, and some of you will definitely hear of a friend telling you that they're pregnant. It may be a surprise, but to most people, intuitively, I feel like you knew. Okay. Now the Three of Cups is in your near future. So coming together with people in a social setting. So you will be a little bit more sociable than usual. But ultimately, this is about understanding the flow of life and celebrating that, sometimes we don't have what we need, but the universe will deliver. But it's being grateful in the now that attracts more of the good stuff. And I know that's easier said than done. Many, many years ago, I lost everything all at once. I went through a very bad time, very bad breakup, lost my home, lost my job that I cared about, and nearly lost my health. And I do refer to this time quite a lot, because at that time I became very, very still, and I was shell-shocked. and I didn't really know what was to come next. And whilst that was terrifying, it was also thrilling because it was a blank canvas. It was an opportunity for the universe to show me. And for many years, I had tried to accomplish certain things, and it never worked out. Never. And then when everything just fell away, almost this was my tower moment, when everything just fell away and I became very still, I said to the universe, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to learn the lessons. I'm staying very still. Show me. And all the things that I had tried so desperately to accomplish suddenly started to come my way without me even thinking. And I was saying in that moment, dear universe, I'm grateful for the lessons I'm learning in this moment. I'm grateful for, all that has happened. Even though I'm shocked, even though it's painful, I'm sure there is something I'm meant to learn in this, and I will learn it when the time is right. And I'm grateful for still being here and having my family, because if I was lucky enough to have my family, so I could sort of surf for a little while, okay? So what I then noticed was the universe was delivering. All of a sudden, things were coming my way without me even trying. Things that I had desperately tried for years to accomplish suddenly started showing up for me without any effort. I couldn't believe it. So sometimes we need to take a step back and not pressurize our way forward or force a way forward, because what is meant for you will never pass you by. So I don't know who needs to hear that message, but that's coming through very strongly. But the Three Cups, there is something to celebrate. And some of you may be sharing your resources. As I said here, I feel like you're being very generous. And I feel like a good turn is going to be done back towards you. But you're not doing a good turn just to receive. I feel like you'll be surprised in the future when your good turn really does come back to you. Also, the Three Cups represents luck. Okay, so I definitely see that there is a lot of good fortune for you in the month of October. And I feel that, for some of you, you've been feeling a little bit lost or in limbo, especially with the Two of Swords presence there. But I really get a sense here that some of you are navigating uncharted territory and you're having to use your intuition to navigate the way. So whether it's, you're retired and you're thinking about maybe relocating abroad, emigrating, or whether you're thinking about the next steps and you're unsure, some of you may be just moving into retirement and thinking, well, this is a new way of living. You're entering into a new era, and you're thinking about the pace and what to do with your time and how to best look after your finances. And some of you may be thinking about launching a business and wondering how to legally set one up, or what are the policies that you'd need to adhere to, or how to do things. So I definitely get a sense here that you're doing something new. For some of you, you may even be currently in a working environment where they bring in new policies and restructures in your working day-to-day, and you may have to learn new ways of approaching your work. So I definitely see this energy of being flexible. Ultimately, with the Four of Cups, this is your advice to yourself in this moment. Now, the Four of Cups indicates some of you are feeling a little bit stagnant or disappointed or even bored with your current circumstances, and you know that you need to shake life up a little bit. Okay, that's what this month is all about. Now, the Four of Cups can also indicate that you're dreaming or envisaging something new, and I feel there's been a bit of a lull in action for you, and I feel that you're trying to look at the bigger picture and see, if there's anything new that you could be doing. I do see the universe is going to send an opportunity, because the universe is conspiring on your behalf, because the universe doesn't want you to be disappointed or sad about something. So I feel it's really important to keep your eyes peeled for an opportunity that may not look like an opportunity at first, okay? The Four of Cups can also indicate that you're looking for a sign or an omen. And I definitely see that number 6 is going to be an omen, as well as that house with a heart on it. They're not giving me anything else at this moment in time, so I'm not going to just make something up for you. But the Four of Cups there, I feel the universe is about to surprise you with a gift. So if you've been feeling unfulfilled this month, it just feels like one of the best months yet, okay? Now also, if something is not working for you, I feel like you're finding an alternative approach. Some of you may have tried something that didn't work out, and you may be hesitant to try it out again. That's the energy that I'm getting. But don't. Allow yourself to just try again. Because, the greatest minds of our time, they didn't just wake up one morning and go, you know what, I know how to create the telephone. They tried many, many times, and many times it didn't work out exactly the way they'd hoped for, but they knew it was a possibility to become a reality. So they didn't give up. They kept going, and then they had their eureka moment. So I feel if something's been difficult in your world, I feel like you may find a new approach, or you may open yourself up to a new way of doing it, whether it's a sidestep or you're trying it from a different angle. And I definitely see it working for you this time, because this month seems to be your eureka moment. Okay. Now, the external circumstances, we got the Two of Swords. Some of you are really feeling that heavy weight of the world and its uncertainty. You may be thinking about the future and thinking, you know what, there's going to be some changes afoot and you're not sure how to navigate them. I feel this energy that you are basically connecting to people that you really care about, that you really love, and I see that you're putting yourself in a really good position to weather any changes that are coming our way. The Two of Swords, whilst it does feel like an uncertain energy, it actually forces you to really tap into your intuition. That's why you got the High Priestess there. So really building that relationship with your inner self is important, because then you'll be guided to where you need to go. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Two of Swords, there is a figure who is blindfolded and has two swords crossing. Now, the blindfold represents using other senses other than eyes. So sometimes we can feel an undercurrent of change. We don't know where it's coming from. We don't know what it's going to be, but we can feel it, and therefore we can prepare for it. As you can see, the two swords are like crossing in a protective energy, but actually the figure is about to discover new lands. So the new lands represent uncharted territory. So some of you are going to find a different way of approaching a situation to put yourself in a secure position, a happy position, and a position where you can feel that you're on solid ground, okay? Because she's often on the seashore and the sea is calm, so there's no threat there. So I feel it's really important to recognize that this month is going to be really good for you, and although there seems to be an uncertain energy, shall we say, about this, I get a sense here that you're in a really good position. Also, the Two of Swords can indicate that some of you have been feeling stuck or stagnant in a situation, but the Devil card there indicates that you're going to be liberated from a very stuck situation. And I feel like you are going to celebrate this sort of like freedom. I just get this freedom energy. What else am I getting from the Two of Swords there for you? The Two of Swords is an indication that sometimes you need to take a break, okay, to get a peaceful mind state so that you can actually tap into your inner answers, because, you know, the answers are within you. They're not outside ourselves. They are in us. Sometimes we can ask a friend for advice and we can get like a different perspective, but ultimately our inside knows, our heart knows, our gut instinct knows. So I feel like you're tapping in for answers, and I feel some of you are in need of a break. Even if you just come back from a vacation, I feel like things have been feeling a bit overwhelming, and I see that you are going to take a little bit of time for yourself to, you know, really recalibrate, but also to rediscover parts of yourself that you feel like you've neglected, okay? Some of you may have felt a little bit disconnected, but I feel like you're going to get back in the flow of doing and being. Now also, the hope and a fear, we've got the Lovers card. So some of you are hoping to meet love this month. I definitely see there is the potential to do that. With the Four of Wands, I feel like you're getting out there, because your Four of Wands is your outcome card, getting out there in a group of people that you can have fun with. So whether that's you trying to find your soul tribe and entering into new experiences, whether it's to pick up a hobby or learn something new, put yourself on a course of learning, or, you know, just going to a bar or a restaurant, I definitely get a sense here that you're getting yourself out there and being seen. And I feel there's a high potential for you to meet love this month. I feel like there's someone who's going to be very curious about you. You will be talking to someone new. And if you're already talking to someone new, you may be wondering, where is this going? Well, I see this is going to develop into a very, you know, established relationship, a long-term commitment. I see at this moment in time that you'll move in with this person, and there is a high potential for you to move towards commitment, like marriage, if that's what you're hoping for, because the Four of Wands is the halfway point to marriage, so engagement. I mean, this is October, so I feel like you're heading in that direction. So I feel it's going to be a very rewarding long-term relationship. For those of you who are already in a relationship, I get a sense here that some of you may be thinking about making major changes about where you live. Okay, I feel like you may think about moving. And some of you may even discuss going abroad. I get a sense here as well that there is something to celebrate for both of you, and I feel like you deserve it because it looks like there has been some very difficult times that you've gone through, but you've navigated together. So I feel both of you reestablish the reason you fell in love with each other. Also, with the Lover's card at Grassroots, this is really about connecting to your true heart's desire. So this is the law of attraction energy. So I feel like you're vibing at a frequency to call in something that you've been yearning for quite some time. The Lover's card actually is about a personal decision. It's about a choice. It's about communicating between your heart and your intuition and, examining the paths to take before you actually decide which one is best for you. So I do feel this energy of oneness with your reading as well this month, where you're going to have some wonderful exchanges with people, apart from this one person. Okay, just want you to be aware of that one person. That's the person who is the fly in the ointment. But ultimately, I feel you're going to realize that actually you're really loved, appreciated, and valued. Some of you, if you feel unvalued or underestimated in your career sector, I feel like some of you may decide to leave, or you've just decided to leave a position and you're entering into a new position that you're absolutely going to love. There's great camaraderie, teamwork, and I feel like there's going to be good rewards and benefits in this position as well long term. Now, the fear position with the Lover's card, it's like imbalance. Okay, disconnection. And I feel like it's disconnection from yourself or your heart. Some of you, I just get this feeling, some of you are going to sit there in silence and be like, what do I love doing? What's my favorite food? What's my next step? What movies do I like? It's almost like you're really checking in with yourself to see who you are, what you like connecting to, and like establishing yourself. There's just something like that coming through. That's such a weird energy to be coming through. So maybe someone is going, you know what, I don't even know what I love doing at the moment. Maybe you feel that the world has changed and you're just feeling a little bit bereft right now, and you just feel this shift where you're just trying to get back to the good old days, or you're trying to get back to moments of pleasure and enjoying yourself. And I definitely see you doing that. The Four of Cups really, with the Four of Wands, indicates that it's time to get back connected to people that you really care about. Home really is where the heart is, but also I get a sense here that you're going to be more creative than usual. I feel that you're going to be in harmony with people. You're going to go out and have good fun with good company, and this is going to be actually a very magical month. And I feel like you're going to focus on things that are important and be in sync with your desires this month as well. Music is really going to help you in the flow, okay? And there's something of a milestone happening for you. So it could be like a triumphant moment where you hear good news. It's almost like something is coming to a climax and it's a milestone. It feels like you have still got some ways to go, but it's almost an acknowledgement that you're on the right path and that there is reward on that right path as well. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm not really sure. Let me pull a card on it. It may be financial. It doesn't have to be, but I get a sense that you're going to get some sort of sign or omen that you're on the right path. Ace of Cups, okay? Ace of Cups is the universe bestowing an opportunity that you will love, or even bringing in love towards you. This card is an opportunity to feel that life is well again, that things are going your way, and that there are many possibilities for you to make your heart sing. So I definitely get a sense here that there is abundance. It's like your cup will be overflowing, okay? And the universe is delivering this, but also they're really highlighting the dove there. So this is about peace of mind as well. And we can't buy peace of mind. So I definitely see that you're trying to work on that, manage your stress levels as well. So let me just get a final card for you before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What else do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? We have, look at that, the Lion, higher calling. Out of all the cards, you could have got any card there. Look, the Lune, intuitive. Okay, so this is about getting back to your sense of self, reestablishing your power, remembering that you're queen or king of the jungle. Okay, that you have a lot of power. And it says here, higher calling. So with that Two of Swords, some of you may have been feeling a little bit stagnant, as I said, or a little bit stuck. You're doing a bit of soul searching. And it says you have within you the courage that you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make notable choices for your life and your tribe. So again, that home is where the heart is, energy coming out there, and you being a little bit more sociable than usual, connecting to people who really, you know, make you feel good, people that you love, people who have an impact in your life. Together, you're a team, and together you will rise. And I really get a sense here that you're connecting to your true life's mission, and you're going to be really focused and achieve your goals. So this is a big month for you, okay? I'm just going to go and get a rune or a trinket before we close. Okay, so we have handcuffs. Okay, now this represents something that perhaps you've been bonded to, but because you have the Devil card there, it does indicate that you are releasing something that you feel tied to, or something that perhaps you felt helpless to change. This is going to be released for you in the most positive of ways. I mean, the handcuffs can also indicate that you're tied to a contract, or you're tied to something that perhaps you want to release. I feel like you will find a way out of that. I'm just trying to get the energy from these handcuffs, because it's interesting. They're tied together. They're not tied to hands. So I really get a sense that anything you're tied to that is negative is just being released. Okay. We've also got a wonderful trinket there. This is the arrow. I mean, this really indicates like fire energy. It's like Aries and Mars energy. Okay, which means you're going to have a lot of tenacity, of power. You're going to be committed to your goals, and you're actually going to have the energy and the confidence to make progress. You're going to be right on target. Okay, so I definitely see that you're leveling up there. We've also got this rune, which is the static rune, ice. So this is to warn against energy loss. Some of you may have a cooling off period on something. As I said, if you're tied to something, you know, I feel like you're going to find a way out of it, maybe a cooling off period. This could also be in purchases. So if, for example, you've purchased something and it's not to a high standard, or you want to send it back, but the seller is being difficult, I feel like you will find a way to return that purchase legally and get your money back. But ultimately, this rune connects to your focus. Okay, so also I would say keep your ideas to yourself and any projects you're trying to launch to yourself until they are fully realized, because this rune can connect to someone being indiscreet with your private details. There may be a confidentiality breach. So just watch out for that, especially since we've got a Page of Swords there. Could be someone who is trying to keep an eye on what you're doing and will tell all, or there's a potential there for someone to try to take credit for your ideas as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Leo. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.